Welcome back, Thrill Seekers. I'm your host, Dr. Luke. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about something very, very important. One big topic that's going to save you a lot of heartache. Do not, let me say it again, do not expect any of your workers or any of your team members to work as hard as you do. It absolutely will not happen, will never happen, and I'm going to say this jokingly, but how dare you even think that it will? You're out there sacrificing, putting everything on the line. You're the one looking for, again, there's things that we're doing, like for ours is to put up a drug and alcohol ministry. So I'm not saying, that's what we're funding with our organization. Some of you are seeking, to be millionaires at some point. Whatever it is that goal is going to take the team to get there. But it's a goal that benefits you, really, right? I'm not trying to be selfish about this, but if the company makes $20 million, they still are making $100,000, $200,000 a year. You're probably making $3 million. Okay, so you see the payoff at the end of the day, correct? Right? You see that. Now, my point is, anyone on your team is not going to be as invested as you are. I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, your grandma, your sister, your wife. It doesn't matter. They're not going to be as invested as you are. So I want you to get that in your mind right away when you're hiring people, or people are 1099ing with you. We have folks that build our database for us. We do have a full-time IT guy, but there's a special guy that we hire for our database. We 1099 him. I can't just go and be like, I know you own your own company, but I'm that important. VA 616 is so much more important than any other company. So I expect this done right now, because I'm sending you a request at 11 o'clock at night because it came to my brain and I want it done by tomorrow morning. It doesn't happen that way. Of course, we can expect timely responses and stuff, granted, right? But that's not the way that it is. Your folks that are working for you will do business development for you, even if it's, the 14th hat that they're wearing. They will help if you're taking care of them, if you're loving on them, you're being authentic, and you're growing them, you're giving opportunities for personal and professional growth, right? Doing all the good things that a leader's supposed to do. But they're not going to own the company unless you're giving them a stake in the company, which again, then you can kind of scratch this. If they have skin in the game like that, that'll kind of change this video. But we personally chose not to do that because we want to maintain, I want to maintain leadership of my own company and not have a bunch of people invested like that, right? Just my choice. But the whole point is, remember that this is your company, and when you're hiring people, this was a big gut punch for me early on, because I would push the employees so hard and constantly and then finally I started actually listening to some of the advice that I was reading in books and seeing in articles, and listening to great people like John Maxwell and folks like that, and Simon Sinek, right? They talk about some of this stuff: how to lead, how to motivate, how to care, how to nurture, how to love your people. Right? I was listening to it, but or I was hearing it, but I wasn't listening and absorbing and actually taking it. So I just want to summarize by saying this: you're going to save yourself a lot of heartache if you realize they're going to work their tail off if you're taking care of them. Right? That'll take care of itself. But do not expect them to be you. They are not you. The benefits at the end of the rainbow are not as big for them as you. It's not. That's why later on, the benefits come, a few years later, a few years into it. Maybe 1 year in if you're lucky. Maybe 3 years, it takes you a little time. 5, right, if you're trudging through the mud. But somewhere down the line, you're going to reap one heck of a benefit. You're going to, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, you're going to throw them a couple of coins from it. But that pot of gold, that's yours. Let's be honest. Why should they be expected to put out like that when it's your company? So I just want you to kind of put your heart at ease and understand you will and should be and better be the single hardest working employee at that organization. And don't expect that from them. Let's be fair. Let's create those boundaries. Let them happen. And you can expect hard work at a small company, right? And many hats. We talked about that in another video. But please do not think that they're you. I hope this helps. Keep doing what you love.